In a league built on athleticism, highlight dunks, and jaw-dropping power, there's rarely room for subtlety. But one man quietly redefined what it means to dominate, without ever needing to jump high, explode off the rim, or be the loudest voice in the room. His name? Nikola Jokić, the Joker. And what he's doing to basketball might never be seen again. They said big men can't dribble. They said centers can't pass. They said slow players can't control the game. Nikola Jokić heard it all. And then, quietly, he tore the rulebook apart. From a small town to the big stage. Long before the bright lights, the MVP awards, or the parades through Denver, there was a boy in Sombor, Serbia. A quiet kid who spent his days riding horses, drinking Coca-Cola, and dreaming small. No private coaches, no fancy facilities. Just a tall, awkward teenager with a love for the game that was pure, unfiltered joy. When scouts first glimpsed him, they didn't see a superstar. Too slow, too soft, too European. But that's the thing about Nikola Jokić. He never needed you to believe. He'd make you believe later. Because greatness doesn't always arrive like a storm. Sometimes it grows quietly, patiently, in places no one is watching. The 41st pick the NBA draft is a stage where dreams are called into reality. In 2014, the moment came for Nikola. Except, the world barely noticed. A Taco Bell commercial played as the announcer read his name. Pick number 41, a second-round center from Serbia. No cameras flashed, no fanfare, no headlines. But history was quietly unfolding. During a commercial break, the most skilled big man in the world entered the league. Not with a bang, but with a whisper. And whispers often become roars. The rise of the Joker. Nikola Jokić didn't explode onto the scene. He didn't soar from the start. He grew into greatness, slowly, steadily, like a storm you didn't notice until it was right above you. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't the fastest. But his mind? His mind was a generation ahead of everyone else on the floor. He saw the game differently. Angles, timing, spacing, all of it existed in his mind before it even appeared on the court. Where other players played checkers, Jokić played chess. And with every game, he revealed how much smarter basketball could be. The passing genius centers are rarely remembered for their passing. Guards and forwards get the credit. But Nikola? He turned passing into an art form. Behind the back. No look. Bounce passes threading through defenders like needlework. Every pass had intention. Every movement a purpose. He averaged more assists than many point guards. In Denver, kids began to imitate him, not for dunks or blocks, but for the way he made basketball flow. A center inspiring the next generation to pass, to see the game differently. That's the kind of influence few ever achieve. The IQ of a champion. What sets Jokić apart isn't raw athleticism. It's anticipation. Every second, he knows where everyone is, what they'll do, and what's about to unfold. Watching him is like seeing a game from above, a mind operating several steps ahead while still moving, dribbling, and defending. Coaches call him the smartest player they've ever seen. Teammates marvel at how effortlessly he makes complex plays look simple. Opponents, no matter how physically gifted, shake their heads and admit, you can't guard what you can't predict. The MVP era, then came the accolades. Back-to-back MVPs, triple-doubles from a center. The first player in NBA history to lead his team in points, rebounds, and assists for 3 consecutive seasons. And yet, doubts persisted. Some said, he can't win when it matters. But Nikola doesn't argue. He doesn't prove with words. He proves on the court, quietly, decisively, and consistently. The championship, June 2023. The Denver Nuggets became NBA champions, not because of flash, hype, or star power, but because of unselfish basketball, orchestrated by the most unselfish superstar of his generation. Jokic didn't seek the finals MVP. He didn't crave the parade. He played for the game itself, for his teammates, and for a love of basketball that started on a farm in Serbia. Why he's different? In an age of social media, flashy workouts, and constant self-promotion, Jokic is rare. He doesn't chase clout. He doesn't need recognition. He simply plays basketball the way it should be, with balance, rhythm, timing, and trust. He reminds us what we forget. Basketball isn't just about power. It's about anticipation. It's about creativity. It's about making the people around you better. That's skill. That's artistry. That's Nikola Jokic. The legacy. Every era has its iconic big man. Kareem had the skyhook. Shaq had sheer power. Hakeem had footwork that dazzled. Tim Duncan had fundamentals so precise they became the standard. But Nikola Jokic, he has it all. The passing, the vision, the scoring, the understanding of space and timing. He's not just a big man. He's the most complete offensive weapon his position has ever seen. His legacy isn't built on highlight dunks or flashy blocks. It's built on intelligence, creativity, and a pure love of basketball. A center who passes like a point guard, thinks like a coach, and moves like a conductor orchestrating a symphony. So when people ask, is Nikola Jokic the most skilled big man in NBA history? Perhaps the better question is, has the game ever seen anyone like him at all? Because in a world obsessed with athleticism and spectacle, Nikola Jokic reminds us that mastery can be quiet, brilliance can be understated, and the most remarkable feats are sometimes performed in silence. The Joker didn't just play basketball, he transformed it, and history will remember him. Not for how high he jumped, but for how profoundly he saw the game, how beautifully he played it, and how completely he redefined what it means to be a big man in the NBA.